Okay, so now you're going to feel what your glutes are going to be doing. Push your pelvis into the mat and just lift your right leg off the mat. And can you feel how your glutes are contracting by that action? So that's your gluteus maximus, and the medius, you're also feeling that. That's the muscle on the top outside of that leg. That's what you should be feeling a lot of right now. And then bring that leg back down and then relax your bottom. We're going to lift it again. Keep your hand on your butt so you can feel the action. Inhale, exhale, lift the leg up behind you. Keep your pelvis pushed into the mat. Push your toes to the back of the mat. Breathe. And then come on back down. And then once again, inhale. Exhale, leg lifts up behind. Push the toes to the back of the mat. Roll the thigh inwards slightly. And then come on down. Good. We'll switch sides. Make sure your neck stays relaxed here. Take your left fingers onto your bottom. Push your pelvis into the mat. Just that action in itself will contract your glute muscles. And then you're going to lift your left leg up and then down. Left leg up. Push the toes to the back of your mat and then down. Left leg up and then down, and then left leg up and then down, and then relax. Palms by your sides facing up. Now we'll take our head and shoulders and lift our chest off the mat. And then push into your pelvis and lift your hands off of the mat about 3 inches and push your fingertips toward the back of the mat so you can really feel your shoulders coming down from your ears, pushed to the back. Push your pelvis into the mat, roll your thighs inwards slightly as you lift both legs and point both toes to the back of your mat. So this is the full locust pose. Let your thighs rotate inwards slightly and feel your glutes work here. One more breath, and then come all the way down. Bring your arms in front. Rest your head on your arms into crocodile pose for a couple of breaths. Okay, now keep your left forearm in front of you so that make it parallel to the top of your mat. And then you're going to bend your right knee and grab your right foot and bring that foot in toward the bottom. So now if this doesn't work, you can take a strap and put it around that foot. You can grab your pant leg if your pant leg is anywhere nearby, or you can just bend the knee. Almost. Okay, release. Now we're going to roll onto our left hip and bring the right foot in front of our body, like so. And then we're going to use our left forearm and our right foot and the outside edge of our left foot to lift our hips off the mat into a forearm side plank. So then your right arm goes up into the air. Breathe. This is core strengthening right here. And then come on back down. Very good. Flip back onto your belly. And then bring your right arm in front so that it's parallel to the edge of your mat. And then we'll bend the left knee, grab the ankle with a strap or without, bring the foot into the bottom. So this is a quad stretch here. Release. And then we're going to roll onto our right hip, keep our forearm down, bring the left foot in front of the body, and then we're going to push into the left foot, the right forearm, and lift our hips into the side plank on this side. And then come all the way back down. Come back to your belly. Take a little break with your head on your forearms in crocodile pose. And then take your hands underneath your shoulders, push back to table. And I'm going to show you this little flow that we're going to do. You've done this before, but I just want you to see it before you do it. So we're going to start in table. We're going to put our hips back towards our heels into child pose. And then we're going to bend our elbows like so and bring our chest down to the ground and go into our cobra pose. So the important thing here is that you don't let your elbows go out. You got to keep your elbows tucked by your sides. So make sure when you go from child to this, your elbows are right by your side, and then you come into cobra. Okay, you want to give it a try? Table, and then come into child. And then bring your body forward. Dip your chest down between your hands and scooch forward into your cobra, like you're slithering like a snake. Yeah, good. And then push back to table, and then back to child. And then we'll do that again. Inhale, exhale, bring your body forward, elbows pointing backwards, slither your chest down and forward. Yay, good. Push up into their cobra, and then push back to table and back to child. Good. Okay, now we'll come back to the table. Inhale, it's a flat back. Exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Inhale, right leg goes straight back. And then plant the right foot. We were here just a moment ago. Now, we're going to pivot on our left knee. Take our right foot, line it up with our left knee, and then lift our right arm. So this is called Ardha Mandalasana. It's a half, they call it half circle. So your left foot can kick out more outside. Yeah, that'll help your balance. Yeah, good. All right, now take your left hand and move it forward a little bit so that you can get your leverage to lift your right leg off the mat. So you're looking like this now. So your left foot is kicked like a kickstand to help support your body. Good. All right, from here, take a deep breath. Exhale, keep your arm up, but dip your leg down. And then lift it back up. Those are your glutes working. And then down. And then up. And then down. And then up. And then one more time down. One more time up. And then bring it down. And then pivot back around, bring your knee back in. Good. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left knee comes into your chest. Tuck the chin, nose to knee, flex the spine. Inhale, left leg kicks back as you drop your toes down. Now we're going to pivot on our right knee. So you're going to kick your right foot out to the outside of the mat. Bring your left foot in line with your right. And then the left arm goes on up toward the ceiling in our half circle. This is called half circle. Ardha Mandalasana. Inhale. Exhale, lift the leg up and then down. Lift it up and then down. Lift it up, down, lift it up, down, and then lift it up and then down. Bring the hand back down, repivot, bring the knee back in. Tuck your toes and then push up to your downward facing dog. Bend your knees a lot here. Walk up to your hands and pause here in this forward fold. Knees bent quite a bit here. If you have a block and you want to use it, you can bring it in front of you. Rest your hands on it. And just pause here for a couple of breaths. With bent knees, your belly's close to your thighs, your spine is nice and long and dangling. Okay, so we're going to do side leg lifts here. So you can use a block. It'll help you put your right hand on the block, take your left two peace fingers, grab your left toe, and then pick up your left foot and then kick it out to the side. So it's a little bit of a balance here. So you might want to move that right hand and block around. So we're going to go out to the side and then in, out to the side and then in, out to the side and then in. You don't have to come very far, out and then in and release. And then we'll do the other leg. So take your left hand, position it so that you have leverage on the block or the mat. Your two right peace fingers are going to grab the right toe. We're going to lift it out to the side and in. Again, out to the side. You don't have to go very far. And then in, out to the side, and then in, out to the side, and then in. Once more, out to the side, and then in. Very good. Okay. All right, from here, very slowly, rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then come into Tadasana, active rest. Okay. We're going to do a balance. So I'm warning you if you want to get by pole, wall, whatever you care to do. It's going to be a squatting balance. And it's going to look like this. You're going to pick whatever leg you want to start on. You're going to raise both arms up and pick whatever knee you want to lift up first. And then that arm comes down. Okay, so here's the squatting part. Keep that leg up. You're going to bend the standing leg, squat down, and then rise back up. Squat down and rise back up. So here you're working everything, glutes, quads, calf muscles, hamstrings, it's all getting worked here. You're getting your money's worth here. Good. All right, if you've had enough, go ahead and release. Shake that out. Switch to the other leg. Urdhva Hastasana, inhale, shift the weight to the foot that you want to balance on. Opposite foot comes up, opposite that arm comes down. And then you're going to dip down with the standing leg and then back up. Dip down, standing leg. Dip down, up, dip down, up. You can hold on to the wall. There's no reason not to. Couple more. Okay, good. All right, and whenever you're finished, release, shake it out. Good. And then come on back to your mat. Have your blocks handy. Tadasana at the top of your mat so that you have room. Make sure you have room to step backwards on your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot back. Plant your right heel and then come up into your warrior one. So I'm going to remind you in warrior one, your back foot is diagonally slanted forward. Your hips, your right hip is going to come forward. Your left hip is going to go back. Your front knee is bent and stabilized over the ankle. You don't want to go forward of the ankle here. You want to make sure you're either over the ankle or behind the ankle. Tailbone's pointing down. Chest is open. If you have balance, you can lean backward and look up. Okay, now very slowly and carefully, we're going to bring our body forward and pivot onto your right toes. And then you're going to lift your right leg behind you to come into your warrior three. Now, if you want to use a block here for balance, be my guest, use that in front of you for balance. Totally up to you, whatever suits you today. Good, and then step back to your warrior one. Excellent. Pivot onto your right toes, bring your hands down to the high lunge. Take a deep breath, step back to plank. Take a deep breath. Exhale, you're going to bring your knees down. We're going to slither forward again into the cobra that we just did a little bit ago. Elbows tucked by your sides. Good. Inhale. Exhale, push to table, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, swing your right leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, swing it up between your hands or pick it up and put it there. Inhale, exhale, left foot steps up. And then inhale, slowly all the way up. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Okay, so we're going to do that again, and I don't want to need to remind you, you can always use your blocks instead of your hands on the mat. You can always place them on blocks. Inhale up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. So here's where you can use your blocks if you like. Just make sure the blocks are on either side of your feet and not forward of your feet. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot steps back. Left heel gets planted. And then we'll come up into warrior one on this side. Think about, so your feet are on railroad tracks. They're hip width distance apart. You're not on a balance beam. You're on railroad tracks here. Open the chest. Tailbone down, put weight into the back foot, stabilize the front knee, which is bent over the ankle. If you have balance, you can look up, open the chest upward. Okay. Find your focal point, pivot onto your toes, bring your chest down toward your thigh, and then you're going to lift up into warrior three. So once again here, if you want to use your block in front of you for balance, you can do that. Totally up to you. And then step back to warrior one. Good. Pivot onto your back toes. Hands come down to blocks or mat. High lunge. Step back to full plank. Now the knees come down, and then you should put your block aside here so that you can slither your chest down. And come forward like a snake into your cobra. Bring your shoulders down from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, push back to your knees. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up behind. Exhale, bring it up between your hands or pick it up and put it there. And then step up with your right foot. Slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in the T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana. Do what you can. Good. Do what you can. Well, that's all right. Well, don't push it. Don't push it. We're moving a little fast pace here. That's okay. I know why, because they're new. New knees. You have new knees. Okay, so this is another flow here. So take whatever piece of it you want. Okay, there's a little bit for everybody here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands together, bring them into your chest. Stay in your chair. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. See if you can hook your left elbow to the outside of your right leg. Okay, so this is the tricky part. So only do what you can. We're going to keep the twist and see if we can take our left foot and step it back to a lunge. Good. So a twisted lunge. Then you're going to bring the left knee down. So you're in a twisted low lunge. Good. And then swing your arms forward. Come into Anjaneyasana. Beautiful. A couple breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands down. Okay, we're going to pick up the left leg, left knee. Step up. And then slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. Come into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow hooks on the outside of the left leg. Okay, so now we're going to find a focal point, engage our core muscles, and shift that the right leg back so that you're in a twisted lunge. Bring the right knee down. Good. So twisted low lunge. And then bring your arms forward. Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Tuck your right toes, lift the right knee up, and then step up. Slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Pause in Tadasana. Inhale up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale. Exhale, step both feet back to downward facing dog with or without blocks. Pause a couple of breaths here. Squeeze your forearms together, roll your shoulders out. Bend your knees so your butt goes way up in the air. Make sure your fingers are spread wide, middle finger pointing forward. And then bring the knees down. And then sit back towards your heels into child pose. And you can rest your head on the mat or block here, or your hands. And then slowly push up. Come seated with a strap. And we're going to come seated with our legs in front. No cushion, though. No cushion. So take your strap and bring it around your feet. And then use that strap as leverage to pull your chest forward and your head up. Chest open, shoulders down from your ears, and you're tilting your pelvis forward. So that belt's helping you do that. Your legs are straight but not locked. So this is your supported Dandasana staff pose. Now I'm going to go sideways so you can see what's happening next. So do what you can here. From here, we're going to bend our knees, hold the strap, and then balance on our bottom to bring our legs up into Navasana, boat pose. So in the boat pose, you want your back nice and long. Keep your shoulders down. Good. Okay. Now you're going to let your back round so that you can roll down onto your back. Keep hold of the strap. Your feet are now pushed up toward the ceiling, soles of your feet to the ceiling. And your back is on the mat, and then just going to gently bring your feet up forward over your head as far as your hamstrings will allow. A couple of breaths here. Okay, so now here's the fun part. You're going to bend your knees, keep the strap taut, and you're going to use the momentum of kicking your legs out to come seated. I'll show you like that. Yeah, good, good. All right, perfect. And resituate in Dandasana. And we'll do that whole thing again. So get your pelvis tilted forward, shoulders down, chest open, straps taut in your hands. Make sure your head's right on top of your shoulders. Try to keep that pelvis tilting forward, and we're going to rock back onto the sacrum. Extend the legs into our boat pose, supported boat pose. We've done this many times without the belt. Belt helps a little bit with the support. Try to keep the long back here. And now we're going to curl the back as we bend the knees and roll down onto our spine. Legs go up, feet toward the ceiling. And then you're just going to gently glide your feet toward your head as far as your hamstrings will allow. And pause here for a couple of breaths. Okay, one more time, bend the knees. And this is the part where you're going to use your legs as momentum to straighten your legs and rock up to seated. Okay, very, very good. One more time. Spine long, shoulders down, chest forward. Start in your staff pose, Dandasana. Tilt the pelvis forward. This is what I call resetting the spine. So try to keep the spine long, rock back on the sacrum, bend your knees a little bit to get there. Straighten, come into your boat pose, Navasana. Extra, extra good for strong core muscles. Keep the head in line with the spine. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, roll down, bend the knees so that you can roll down, and then straighten the legs, soles of the feet up to the ceiling into your reclined leg stretching, hamstring stretch. Okay, bend the knees, remove the belt. Stay on your backs. And then place your feet on the mat. Hands by your sides, palms facing down. Take your right foot, bend the right knee and take your right ankle onto your left thigh. Okay, so you want your left foot sort of close to your bottom, because here's what we're going to do. We're going to do butt lifts here. So you're going to try to relax your shoulders here, and you're going to push into the left foot and just lift your hips up, and then push your right knee away from you as you do that. And then slowly bring your bottom back down. Good. Okay, good. We'll do that again. Lift up as you push your right knee away. And then very slowly back down. Once more, lift up your bottom, push the knee away. And then back down. Okay, keep the foot where it is. You're going to thread now your hands between, your right hand is going to go between your legs. Your left hand is going to go on the outside. You're going to pick up your left leg so you can clasp your fingers behind your left thigh. And then you're going to rest your head back down and flex both feet. Now here, if you have troubles with this, you can use your yoga strap instead to wrap around your thigh and just hold your yoga strap. And then you're pulling your thigh towards you while you're pushing your right thigh away. So your left thigh is coming in, your right thigh is going out, both feet are flexed. So this is part of your glutes that you're feeling. This is the deep piriformis muscle that we talked about earlier, underneath the big gluteus maximus. and all the other hip flexors surrounding the piriformis. There are actually 5 of them, smaller muscles, but all attached your hip to your sacrum. Release your thigh, bring the foot back down, uncross. And now take the left ankle onto the right thigh. Arms come by down the sides again with the palms facing down. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck, relax your head. And bring your right foot in toward your bottom a little bit so that you can push into it and lift your hips up. And as your hips lift up, left knee goes away from you. And then slowly bring the hips back down. And then back up, keep the foot flexed as you push your knee away from you. And then back down. And then again, back up, push the knee away, lift the hips high. And then back down. Now we're going to take the left arm, thread it between the legs. Right hand comes on the outside, clasp your fingers or your strap around the right thigh, and then relax your head back down, and then pull your thigh in toward your chest as you use your elbow to push your left thigh away. Keep both feet flexed and relax into this wonderful hip stretch. Okay, one more breath. And release the foot, thigh, bring the foot back down, unwind your feet, hug both knees into your chest, roll on the spine. And then bring both feet back down with knees bent. So establish your feet hip width distance apart here. So it's important that you keep your legs parallel. We're going to come into a bridge pose. Don't allow your knees to fall out to the sides, okay? Just really pay attention to that because it happens without you even thinking about it. So just think about the thighs being parallel to each other, hip width apart. Bring your shoulders down onto the mat. Arms rest by your sides, palms facing down. And then push into your feet, lift both hips and roll your spine and roll your chest up toward your chin. And then maybe even get to the tops of your shoulder blades. And just keep on pushing your hips up, keep on bringing the chest toward the chin. Keep your head still. Don't move your head because you can hurt your neck if you do. Now you can stay here, or if you want to take your hands and clasp your fingers underneath of your body and push your little pinkies into the mat, you can do that. That sometimes helps open up the chest. And if you have clasped, unclasp, roll the spine back down very slowly. Take the hands under the tops of your thighs and push your thighs away as you push your lower back into the mat to release the spine. Okay, bring your arms back down by your sides, palms facing down. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. We're going to roll up again to bridge. So take a deep breath. As you exhale, lift the hips, roll the spine. Don't move your head, but you're bringing your chest toward your chin, rolling up to the tops of your shoulder blades if you can. Now, this time, we're going to walk our left foot in toward the midline so that we can lift our right leg up to the ceiling. Good. And then that right foot comes down, back to your bridge. And then very slowly roll your spine back down. And then when your bottom hits down, take your hands to your femurs, push your thighs away, push your lower back into the mat. Release. Bring your hands back down by your sides. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Relax your head. Push into your feet. Come on up to your bridge again. Bring your hips as high as you can. Maybe walk your shoulders down a little bit so that you can get to the tops of your shoulders. And this time we're going to take the right foot up to the midline and lift the left leg up. Keep your hips up as high as you can. Breathe. And then bring the foot back down to your bridge, and then very slowly roll the spine down. And then take the hands to your femurs, push them away, push your lower back into the mat. And then bend both knees, hug your knees into your chest. Roll around on the spine. Okay, release. Grab your block, lift your hips, let your sacrum rest on the block. So now we're in a supported bridge. If you want to keep your feet on the mat, you can do that. Or you can lift your legs up into the waterfall pose. So whether you're in your legs up in the air or your supported bridge, just think about your breath. Deep, deep, long breaths. Okay. Another deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly bring your feet down to the mat. Lift your hips and remove the block. Keep your knees bent and walk your feet wide onto your mat. Bring your arms to a T position, perpendicular to your body with your palms facing up. And then we're going to let the knees fall to the right as we roll onto our right hip and bring our left knee over to the right side. Now, your right knee doesn't have to come all the way to the mat, but it can. Your left knee is push your left knee down towards your right heel, so your feet are wide. And then you're going to turn your head to look over your left hand. Okay, slowly, knees come to center, head comes back to center. And then you're going to allow them to fall to the left. So your feet are apart when you let them fall to the left. Your left knee may or may not come all the way down, but you think about pushing your right knee toward the heel. And then your shoulders are open, your chest is open. Turn your head to look over your right hand. And slowly, knees come back to center, head comes back to center. Bend both knees into your chest and hug them in. Release the spine. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, lift your head and shoulders, tuck the chin, bring your forehead towards your knees and squeeze. And then very, very slowly roll your spine back down. Bring your feet back to the mat. And then extend your legs long for your Shavasana. So those of you on Zoom may or may not hear the music that I'm playing, but I'm going to change it. So as you relax here, focus on your breath and slow down your breathing. Take a mental scan of your body. Release any area that has tension. Focus on your breath. Feel your chest rise and fall with each breath. And feel your belly rise and fall with each breath. If thoughts come into your head and linger, just poof, let them go like a cloud and refocus on your breath. It's okay for thoughts to come by, but just don't let them linger. Let them go by like clouds. They'll be there later for you. Please bring your awareness to your breath and deepen your breathing as you very gently wake up your body, making small movements. And then please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And in doing so, you're sealing off the hot, fiery, masculine side of your body and exposing the cool, dark, calm, feminine side of the body. And that calmness will carry you for the rest of the day. Please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And then I shall do the closing chant. If you care to join me, please do. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai.